What is up YouTube, and welcome back to the RiftGuides WildRift video. For today we are going to take a look at Kayn in the jungle department, and as per usual we have a Chinese Kayn showcasing you the power of this champion when it's done right. Kayn is a very powerful snowballing jungler as well as a very good scaling jungler if you go for specific, well, it's basically dependent on the enemy's team composition for you to pick your form. If you have a very squishy enemy team composition, blue Kayn is going to be an absolute monster, and if it's a very tanky composition like a Mundo and other very brutal tanks, then the red Kayn will take over the game and make your life substantially easier. What we're seeing here is a beautiful full clear, going for the consistent approach, making sure to have the biggest income possible, and just being very smart in how to utilize the spells. He's also using his first ability into walls to cancel it faster, because the animation takes up quite a bit of time. At the same time, we also see that the top lane, or the solo lane, is getting solo killed. The Jax is already like 0-1 down, and the enemy just popped the vision plant. By seeing this little thing on your screen, we just saw that the Amumu popped the plant and was engaging here, the absolute madman going for this play. Like, it's not very likely that he's gonna kill the Kayn because he can always just escape, and the entire enemy team is collapsing onto him, and it's an absolute demon fight, and he survives with a sliver of HP. The twisted. He just flashed over the wall, and oh no, it's a tragedy, and he is so ridiculously strong right now. But here's the thing, he invested all his gold, keep in mind, into utility stats. He's scaling right now. And the most important thing is he has Shimmering Spark, which means, oh, he's so lucky. Twisted Fate is so lucky for just instantly pulling the yellow card, but it's not enough. And you'll see all the benefits. Okay, in case you didn't, okay, let's go back because this is very important. This is so unbelievably important. He walks after him. And he wants his Shimmering Spark to deal more damage. He's not auto-attacking and waits for the Shimmering Spark to deal more damage, so he gets more form points. This is insane micromanagement of his items and his champion. This is something you would rarely see ever in actual games. It's a beautiful thing, and I'm just really happy that this was showcased. And the Amumu is walking back to Twisted Fate, uses ultimate, goes into the fiddlesticks, the fizz. What is happening? Everyone is throwing everything everywhere. It's just, okay, if the Twisted Fate teleport mid and goes into the fizz, what is gonna happen? The fizz will always just jump the yellow card, and then it's gone. So using this for a proactive play against the fizz is very bad. It's just more helpful to do a proactive play on the other side of the map. And here we see the Amumu is trying to go for... This Amumu is relentless. This angry roll of toilet paper just once more. And what is Set doing? What is happening? They're just really bloodthirsty. Just look at them, and now they have to go for the wave. The Amumu is tanking the tower. It's a really sketchy situation, but the Kayn has to be very careful here. He also doesn't want to go in too deep because he might get one-tapped by the Amumu. The Amumu goes in, goes for the ultimate. It's an absolute disaster. You see, this is what I meant, because the enemy can just instantly one-tap them. And now he's very close to both forms, but in this game, there's just no way he will go for red form, right? He will go for blue form, and he'll just absolutely farm the Vayne and the Sona. Like, both are very fragile champions, and if the blue Kayn comes around, that's the suicide angle here. He just goes in to go for the form. There's just no way. Like, it's so free. Oh, double flash on the spot, and the toilet paper is back on the venue. And the toilet paper flashes under the tower just isn't enough. And now with the toilet, the Twisted Fate, look at this bloodthirsty, this just doesn't end, there's just action. Who cares about minions, who cares about flipping tower plates, just go in, and with this, the blue form is secured. And he takes third, sometimes I find it really curious how this one actually works out. But yeah, quick little throwback. Shimmering Spark is a damage source that grants you more points for your form. And every damage source that you deal or inflict upon the enemy, be it red buff, be it airy, be it like literally anything, helps you gain your form faster. Which also explains Cheap Shot. So with all of this in mind, you get your blue form relatively early, which in this case is like 5 minutes. And if things played out differently, would have been even faster. But now back to the fight. The set ultimate into the wall, the Amumu secures the Rift Herald. He's completely getting zombed by the enemy top lane, an absolute fight on Look at this, it's a complete massacre in both directions. The Herald is just the objective of choice, and the enemy knows about this, and the set is even hungrier. Look at the entire team come chasing him down. He's relentless. The set doesn't want to give him any point of anything. Look at the set just running him down, trying to annoy him while farming. They just don't want to stop. And the Fizz walks into a wall on his little excavation. His exploration adventure while also having Crown as his first item. And if you see it, like, oh, he's gonna one-tap the Vayne already, right? Oh, and the Vayne just disappeared, and it's only gonna get worse. Serpent's Fang already pre-selected soon, right? He's gonna go Serpent's Fang this game, I assume. Maybe he'll go for Yuma's Ghostblade for a small tempo, and as a rundown scenario. If the enemy's formation is broken, and they can't just deathball you with the power of Sona, Set, and the Amumu, then they're in for a very bad time. The Kayn will dismantle them from the side, because he can just go into walls and press his second ability all the time, and he can go for priority targets. If that happens, and if Jinx gets to scale, for example, to a Runan's Hurricane, then the game gets, like, really difficult, and he invests into the Serpent's Fang. Now selling his Shimmering Spark because he doesn't need the item anymore, it served his purpose, and his team is overextending for an enemy bot lane tower, and the entire enemy team again is making their appearance, and it's a sad sight to see that he doesn't get the full god of this wave, and he's rotating up there again. It's a massacre. Look, there's just fighting happening all the time, just diving, killing. There's just no chill on this server, and he just one-taps him, and another one bites the dust, and the Sona is left alone. This poor little lady is just getting absolutely ran down by the Kayn, and he just flashes the emote, and the wave is gonna cancel his recall, so he has to, sadly, take it. Now, with the time already being spent like this, he's like, nah, I don't have to base instantly, right? Okay, he goes base regardless. He wants the tempo for the Manamune, I assume. He has so much gold again. Going for the Edge of Night as it seems right now. Getting even more stats into his inventory. Spamming spells. As you see, like, he bought the tier very early and it's nearly stacked with always spamming spells. And at this point, I think once he completes the next item, any of the squishies he sees will be absolutely, completely one-tapped. And with the speed he has on the map, it's just an unmatched threat. He's able to go from one end of the map to the other end of the map instantly. And not only this, the speed at which he's farming is basically unmatched. He just looks at a camp the wrong way and the camp just disappears. And then he uses third ability to go even further from place 1 to place 2. And the enemy is grouping up again. They're going to unleash the Death Call, unholy Death Call. I can't even speak. What is going on with me? Anyway, they're going to unleash the Death Ball. Now I got it right. And they're gonna run down as good as they can. But keep in mind, if they break formation or if the formation is broken, it's an absolute ending angle. And the Amumu even built the Shattered Queen, and he just finds them isolated and one-taps him. The Twisted Face comes in, he just dashes over wall and wall and wall, and the Twisted Face just can never reach him, even though he stunned them. Look at the damage, just a quick little... Now the set goes in for an all in here. Big damage being seen, a full combo being unleashed. And he has to play very, very passively here. He has to wait in the wings and just go for little loft taps on the side, and then he just goes back in again, looks for a new positioning, and goes for the next play again. You'll constantly see him on the side going for these little annoying plays, and once he has ultimate again, he'll just go for a quick assassination. He's very, very patient when it comes to this type of gameplay, and he will try his hardest not to get caught off guard by the enemy's attempts on his life. The next item in his inventory is going to be Edge of Night, as assumed. Makes it so much easier for him to play into Set or Sona, just because he can just avoid the annoying stun from Giga range, and just not being CC'd instantly. It wouldn't also surprise me if in this game he might go for Quicksilver. Quicksilver would make life also a lot easier, but the alternative to it would be Stasis, but all these items don't give him damage, so there's always this thing going on where people don't want to build defensive items or specific things because it doesn't grant them damage. But he's the primary carry, and the enemy's full vision control here, and the Twisted Fate, I think, just procced his crown with ultimate, or did he get hit by a spell? In case you didn't know, Twisted Fate can proc crown and the anti-magic veil of Edge of Night with his ultimate, but he won't see the characters. He will only break the spell shield. And now he has to be very patient again. He will scout with his third ability very soon, trying to go for a quick little pick, big amount of damage, big amount of combo. He just finds the Vayne and she just disappears. Well, too bad you picked 80 carry against the blue Kayn. Now with the enemy CC being thrown out, he just goes in for the instant one-tap. He cleans up the fight completely on his own, completely snowballing the game on his own, no one else needed, and a beautiful replay, a beautiful showcase on how to play Kayn, what to do, and how to maneuver this champion. If you want to know more, make sure to follow the channel in the description below. They upload this beautiful gameplay daily, by the way. And I'm going to cover more of this when I recover eventually, and then we'll talk more about these kind of gameplays. We'll give you more information about how it works, why they're doing this, and just showcasing you the beauty of China compared to, for example, Europe and North America. And with this, we're at the end of this video. Thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed it, leave the like button, and we'll see each other for another RiftGuides What am I even doing? We'll see each other for another RiftGuides WildRift video very soon. See ya.